The Malaysia Airlines plane is not the first to disappear without trace, even if it is highly unusual. In 2009, an Air France Airbus jet also vanished from radar screens. Wreckage from the lost aircraft was eventually found in the Atlantic. But the causes of the crash remained a mystery until voice and data recorders were retrieved years later. The final report said human error was partly to blame.
Today's aeroplanes are incredibly reliable, and you do not get some sudden structural failure in flight. It just doesn't happen. It just won't happen.
Boeing describes its 777 model as a superstar. First flown in 1995, more than 1,000 have now rolled off the production line. It can travel for 16 hours non-stop, and experts point to its impressive safety record, with one fatal crash in more than 5 million flights. 3 people were killed when a seawall was struck in San Francisco, although the investigation has so far found no mechanical failure. The only other incident of note came when a jet landed short of a runway at Heathrow, but none of the passengers was seriously injured. It could take investigators months, if not years, to determine exactly what happened to the Malaysia Airlines flight. Aviation experts believe whatever happened was quick and left the pilots no time to place a distress call. Simon Clemison, BBC News.
There is little hope left. It's now more than 40 hours since flight MH370 disappeared. This woman's sister-in-law was on board. We're praying for a miracle, she tells me. 40 ships and 20 planes from 7 different countries are involved in the search. The only possible clue so far is this oil slick lying far out in the South China Sea. This morning, the Malaysian government confirmed that 2 of the passengers appear to have used stolen passports.
I'm in touch with the international intelligence agencies. At the same time, our own intelligence have been activated, and of course the counter-terrorism units.
The concern is focused on the Malaysian Airlines passenger list, which shows 2 men as being on board, Christian Kozel, an Austrian, and Luigi Maraldi, an Italian. But in fact, neither man was on the plane, and it's been discovered both had their passports stolen in Thailand. China is treating the search as a national emergency and sending 2 warships to help. 154 of the passengers were Chinese citizens. There is a growing sense of frustration from the families gathered at this hotel about the lack of information. But the truth is, there appears to be very little to give them. It also emerged today that officials believe the Boeing 777 may have turned back before it disappeared from radar screens. But given the fact that no distress signal was sent, that only deepens the mystery. And while they wait for answers, family members have been told by the airline to prepare for the worst. John Sudworth, BBC News, Beijing.